We are here to guide and help you with your disaster-related needs. For help in English, please press 1. Hola, se ha comunicado con FEMA, la Agencia Federal para el Manejo de Emergencias. Estamos apply for assistance or update your application online at www.disasterassistance.gov. Just to confirm, are you calling about damages in North Carolina? Is that right? If yes, press 1. If
Yes.
no, press 2. I'm going to ask you some questions. To answer using your keypad, press 1. To speak your answers, say, use speech, or press 2. To apply for disaster assistance, press 1. To check the status of an application, press 2. If you've already applied for assistance and want to speak to a press 3. To choose options again, press the pound key. Please hold for the next available agent. This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance purposes.
And I'm recording as well. Yes, sir. I was calling to find out. The young lady had switched me over the other day to the fraud department because there's a claim that's on my file that I didn't file, and I never received assistance from back 2016 with Hurricane Matthew. So I don't know, sir.
Okay, well, I would love to take a look for you. Have your application ID?
Yes, sir. Hold on. Turn the page. It's 41 1922 196.
And your first and last name, please.
Dorothy Cook.
Can you please verify the last 4 digits of your social?
0468.
And the damaged address?
3451 Ward Boulevard, Wilson, North Carolina, 27893.
And your current mailing address?
915 Belvedere Street, Rocky Mount, North Carolina.
Lastly, the number you're calling from today, this is your primary number?
Yes, ma'am. A cell phone. Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Thank you very much for verifying that information. On your files right now.
I didn't have access to these files until about a week ago. And because I didn't have the old cell phone and all the codes and stuff was going to that cell phone and I didn't have it. And it was a week ago. I've been updating my cell phone numbers or whatever. But the young man from the technical department for the website thing, he said even though FEMA updated changed my number, it didn't change it in their system. So that's why I didn't have access to it. So I had to delete the account and redo it over again in order to put the new number in so that I could have access to it. And then when I did, that's when I found this. It had something up here about wildfires. But I've been giving runaround since 2016, 2017. I haven't got any help. First they said I was approved. Then they sent another letter saying I wasn't. And sir, I've been just going through changes. The FEMA never sent the they supposed to have sent what's called the inspector out in November 2016. They didn't, but I was there. I wrote them back and told the person didn't come. They told me I had to wait my turn, and they didn't send anybody out to 2018. They do the inspection, and I didn't even have the stuff at the time, and I just been getting run around, sir.
I really do apologize.
And what are the wild? You said wildfires and straight line winds. What's that for? Under the applications, and then when I click on review, it comes up to somebody named Steven. I don't have no Steven Gmail.
I am unsure. But on my end, I do have a letter for you, Miss Cook.
Yes, sir.
It will be emailed, sent out on mail. It was emailed to you on May 3rd.
That's when I called in and I asked for a copy of my record, a complete copy of the record, and the young lady said she had to go through the file. And that's when she said she had changed all the numbers and everything, and she switched me over to the department where this website is at. And he was the one that said that even though she changed it in FEMA system, it didn't change it for his system, so it still couldn't go through. I still couldn't get access to it. So he told me, he sent me a link or whatever. He told me how to delete the website information, delete my information so I could put the correct number in it, because the information I was giving them, they saw in the computer wasn't my information, and I couldn't give it to them because I didn't know what it was. And then the numbers was being sent to the old phone number, so I couldn't verify it was my account until he told me how to delete it. I waited 24 hours, went back in, put the new number up there, and that's how I got access to the account now. Before I didn't have access to any of this. And that's when I found out that this thing says review for wildfires, straight line winds, or something. I have no idea. I filed no claim in 2020 for nobody. I have no idea what that is. That's what I was asking to find out exactly what that is.
I am still reviewing here.
Yes, sir. Because I had told him I had requested back in like 2022. I sent a written request for copies of my records by mail, but and then they were uploading the stuff to the site, but I couldn't see, what was up there. I could send it from where I was up to that, but I didn't have access to it. And I told them I never got a copy, and then we requested another copy. So, and she told me to call back in 2 days, in which I did. And then she said her protocol was to wait 5 to 7 days or something, and it should be mailed out. But then when I got on access to this account, that's when I seen the March the 3rd, and they saying I got to send all this other information in to provide to get a copy of the my record. So I don't know what's going on, sir.
If you don't mind, Miss Cook, I would like to get us connected with a specialized helpline agent.
Yes, sir. I thank you so much, sir.
It'll only be a few moments, Miss Cook.
Yes, sir.
business. My name is Jay. My PIN is 554-726. How can I help you?
Yes, ma'am. I had called in to find out what this is that's on the my account. It's something about wildfires and straight line winds. Application. I have no idea who filed it and what it's for.
I'd be more than happy to look into this for you, ma'am. Could you, do you have the registration ID number?
I can only see like 8728 on it. My ID number for my the one that I filed, I have that, but I can't see anything but the 8728 on the end of this wildfire and straight line winds.
Okay. Do you see anything on there that says application ID or registration number?
Yes, ma'am. It has application ID, but it has like two stars, an underscore, two star. I mean, three scores and three stars, and then it has 8728 and dated created October the 23rd, 2020, and status is complete. Wildfires and straight line winds.
Okay.
But
Can
I
you
have
look
one
it
for
up with
Hurricane
your
Matthew though,
social security number?
ma'am.
Okay. I said we could try to pull up with your social security number and see if it comes up under your social security number if you want to do that.
Okay, 240-27-0468.
You said it ends in 8728.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And can I get your first and your last name, please?
Dorothy Cook.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Cook. And does it tell you the damaged dwelling address?
No, ma'am. Only thing it'll tell me is when I click on review, it has email to Steven, and then it has like 7 stars at gmail.com. I have no idea who Steven is or what that is. Secure
Okay.
access code under that. But I have been waiting since 2017, 2016 for assistance with Hurricane Matthew. I had got a letter first saying that I was approved, then I wasn't, and it's just been a whole lot of different things going on. And I hadn't seen this because I had lost the original phone number that this access website was, and every time they would ask me questions, I couldn't give them the information. Evidently, because this information ain't mine to verify, I don't know what it is. But the young man on the 3rd of May, when I called in, the young lady when I called in, she helped me verify it and change the phone number. But then she switched me over to the website people, and that person there said even though FEMA was changing my number in their system, it wasn't changing it in the website system. So that's why come I wasn't at
Right.
me getting access to it. And then he told me how to delete it and then come back 24 hours and get back on again and put my new number, the number that I had always had in, the one that I had currently in.
Uh-huh.
And then when I did that, that's when I found all of this was on the website. I hadn't been able to get on it in God knows how many since probably 2021, 22 somewhere.
So, um, here's what you can, since you didn't create this application, Miss Cook,
Hmm.
I can go ahead and make a note in here. Um,
What is
that
it? I
the
mean, is it what
application,
is it?
well, in order for me to give you any information, I have to verify your information. What address do you think they may have used on the application?
I
Was
don't
it in
know. I
Florida?
can I can give you the information I used for Hurricane Matthew, the one I filed up for.
Okay, okay, let's try that.
Okay. The address was. What you mean the where the damage were, or my physical?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 3451 Ward Boulevard in Wilson, North Carolina, 27803.
Okay, yeah, they used a different address. Okay. Um, Okay, so let me go ahead and note um, that this is a account. Can I place you on hold?
Yes, ma'am. Which the address
Okay.
in North Carolina, or 'cause I ain't never know we had no wildfires in North Carolina.
Yeah, no, it's not in North Carolina. I can't give you the exact information, but it's not in North Carolina.
My God, Jesus.
And I'm still here, Miss Cook, just continuing to look over this application, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for your patience, Ms. Cook. Okay, so I went ahead and notated on your application that this is not an authorized application, that you did not complete an application.
Yes, ma'am. I didn't even file it. So I mean, did FEMA give them assistance? Cause y'all haven't given me any. So maybe they gave it to them and was thinking they was giving it to me for Hurricane
No,
Matthew.
ma'am, it wouldn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. So even if you, yeah, if we had given you something for Hurricane Matthew and you were part of this disaster, we and you were eligible for funds, it wouldn't have affected that. You could have got them as well. So it doesn't mean just because you got some or didn't get some for last disaster, it doesn't affect any disaster after that.
Right. And the only other disaster that I had was in is like in 99, 2000, Hurricane Floyd. And that even not up here.
Um, so what you could also do, Miss Cook, is you could call the FEMA fraud line, or you can email the FEMA fraud line and let them know, um, yeah, that somebody is using your information fraudulently.
Okay.
And whenever you're ready, I can give you that information.
I'm ready.
Okay. The phone number is 866-720-5721.
Okay.
And the email, if you just want to email them, is stop FEMA fraud. That's STOPFEMAFRAUD. Stop FEMA fraud at FEMA.DHS.gov.
Yes, ma'am. Now, how can I find out what's going on with my Hurricane Matthew account? I didn't get any assistance. I've
Okay.
been waiting. And
Do you have the registration ID number for that one?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I'll take it if you have it.
411922 196. And some of the letters and stuff that's on this website, I never saw it because it was on the website and I didn't have access to it. And I mean, they didn't even send the inspector out until March of 2018. So how's it gonna be not approved January 31st, 2018?
Yes, ma'am. And let me do this. Let me go ahead and verify your information, so I can share information with you on this application.
Yes, ma'am.
Could you confirm the last four of your social, Ms. Cook?
0468
Thank you. And can you confirm the damaged dwelling address for this application?
3451 Ward Boulevard, Wilson, North Carolina 27803. I mean 27893. I'm sorry.
And is that the full address, Ms. Cook?
And storage unit 118.
Okay. And is your current mailing address the same?
No, ma'am. It's 915 Belvedere Street, Rocky Mount, North Carolina 27803.
Okay.
252-813-7436.
Thank you so much for that. And your preferred language is English.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you for that information. And let me take a look at your application. Okay. Um.
They supposed to have sent an inspector out in November 2016, and the inspector didn't come. But I met him at the storage unit, and nobody came. And then when I emailed them back a similar letter saying that the inspector didn't come, they told me I had to wait my turn. And I kept calling, but it was like March of 2018 before they actually sent out another inspector. And the only thing I had then was pictures of what I had in storage and the damage that was done to it. And he took pictures of my pictures with his cell phone or his camera, and I just been getting to run around since then. So, and then when I looked up here on this website, I see this letter dated January the 31st, 2018. And I'm like, how could it not? It was not approved January 31st, 2018, and they didn't even send the inspector out to March of 2018, like March the 6th or 7th of 2018. This stuff doesn't make any sense.
Okay. So. Um. Let me see. Okay. So they did send out a decision on April the 9th of 2018, Miss Cook.
Yes, and I appealed that decision. That's why I say these letters and stuff that they have. I mean, some this stuff that's on this website didn't get sent to me physically to me, and I didn't have access to the website, so I couldn't see it. But I did file the appeal because there was another letter that came that they had said that they needed other information, and I provided that. And I emailed them back as well to let them know that I didn't get response from the appeal or decision for the appeal, and I don't know what was going on. I've been getting different stories ever since then. First they said they didn't accept pictures and all of this, and I'm like, well, y'all didn't send the inspector out in November 2016. So how was I supposed to supply something that he or she didn't come to see? 2 years later, you now coming out March of 2018.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, Miss Cook, yeah, this disaster has been closed.
So what other resources is there available? Because I didn't get no help, so I don't know,
I,
and I don't know how in the world
unfortunately,
this
there
happened.
aren't any resources. There
What is
aren't any
FEMA?
available
The
at this time.
what's the time frame that FEMA have to send an inspector out after the after a natural disaster to inspect the properties? Because I'm pretty sure it ain't no two
There's
years
not a
later.
time frame, but but the issue is, Miss Cook, is that yeah, this happened in 2017
16.
and 616.
Yes, ma'am.
So this was yes, ma'am. So this has been closed for a number of years now, Miss Cook. See,
And I have been calling and contacting FEMA, and they kept giving me different things. Different things. You got to do this. You got to send us this. You not doing this. You need to do that. And matter of fact, they sent a letter up there that said that they approved it. And I was like, if you approved it, if this letter, what you mean you didn't? You denied it. It's not approved. It's a letter that actually have it on their website saying that they approved it. As a matter of fact, they sent me a letter to the mailing address that said that I was approved for continual housing. And I was like, my things was not in no house. Continue housing for what? You never gave me no housing, so what do I need continue housing for?
So yeah, because there's nothing we can do at this point because this disaster is closing over 8 years old, Miss Cook.
Well, ma'am, I've been calling for more than 8 years, so and getting the different answers for different reasons and no resolve. But I thank you for your time, ma'am.
And I'm sorry about that, Miss Cook. Was there anything else that I can do for you?
Um, no, ma'am. I mean, you didn't do anything to the system. You didn't do anything. You weren't the persons I spoke to before. So, I mean, and you just only know what you know now. So, ma'am, that's no problem. I mean, I have to deal with what needs to be dealt with and the way it needs to be dealt with and keep it moving. No disrespect to you at all, ma'am.
No, ma'am. I completely understand. And again, I'm sorry, Miss Cook. Yeah, that this occurred. And
Yes, ma'am. You have a blessed rest of your day.
thank you. You
And
take
thank
care.
you. Bye bye.